Hello and welcome to Open House. This is AVID 11. I'm Amy Gonzalez. I go by Miss G or Ms. Gonzalez. Um, I'm very excited to have juniors this year. They're juniors. They've been working so hard and they deserve every bit of credit for getting all the way here. So we're very, very excited to get our year going. Of course, junior year is very challenging. So we've got a lot on our plate this year. There are going to be some changes, yes, due to COVID, of course. But in general, we'll be working on the same things we've been working on up to this point. Now we're going to start reaching that pinnacle of all the work we've been doing for AVID starts coming together this year. So let me jump into it. Before I jump into it, really quickly, I wanted to let you know that I am going to be going on maternity leave at the end of February. So I will be communicating with you more about exactly when that's going to happen and the long-term stuff that's going to be taking over. I don't want you to worry. Students already know about this, and I already have systems in place to make sure that at the end of their junior year, we still get everything done that we are looking to get done. So we will make sure that that happens. All right, let's jump into it. So a little bit about me. Undergraduates from the University of Michigan, graduates from New Mexico State University. This is my 9th year at Shorewood and my 7th year teaching AVID. So I love the AVID program. I see amazing things happen with students, and it's amazing to be involved in the wonderful futures that they make for themselves. So it's an amazing program. Very happy to be part of AVID. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple of things that we like to do. There's a few things that we have always done and will continue to do this year. We're going to focus on some organization stuff. At this year, we start letting go of as much control as we have in the past in AVID on organization, because at this point as juniors, they're going to get into their own groove of organizational structures, and we want them to make it their own. But we do want to make sure that we're still being organized, because that is the first way to be successful in our classes, is to be organized. We're also still going to be doing tutorial twice a week. Juniors especially need this time. It's when they get to work on their classes, work through issues. Junior year classes are challenging. So tutorial is even more important this year than the years before. This is the stuff that we focus on specifically with juniors from here on out. So we are focusing on getting ready for college. And our goal is by the end of junior year, they have a group of resources that they've already made to be prepared to do college applications in the fall, including but not limited to their resume, their essays, and of course, knowing what schools they want to apply to. All of this will change their senior year in the fall. They, generally speaking, tweak things. Sometimes they add or drop a school that they're interested in. That's all fine, but we want to make sure by the end of this year, we at least have a plan for how we're going to do applications in the fall. So that's a big focus for this year, is getting ready for that. So we're going to solidify our essay skills. We're going to write a couple of essays. They're all going to be college essay style, but it is going to be a process that they don't necessarily love, but is great because then they have essays to draw from at the beginning of their senior year. We're going to continue working with text and analytical skills. That's just working on our AVID skills. So we're going to continue doing Socratic seminar, things like that, just to keep those skills moving, keep us ready. We're going to prepare a college list. We're going to focus on our classes and make sure they're doing well. Inside of that, we're definitely going to be working on our resume. We're definitely going to be working on reflecting on what we need for our future, including but not limited to thinking about areas of study that we're interested in. So we're going to be working on all of those behind the scenes to get to these places. All right, things we're not going to focus on this year that we usually do. We're not going to be focusing on SAT, ACT testing, because most, and I do mean quite a lot, of colleges are not requiring SAT or ACT test scores, which is very different from pre-COVID times when almost all universities did. This year, because of COVID, and it's been moving towards this, colleges are not requiring and not expecting to get test scores. The only schools that are still asking for test scores are public schools in Georgia and Florida. So most of our students aren't looking to go to those two states, but if you are interested, of course I have resources for SAT and ACT, but we're not going to use time in class because all other US universities, for the most part, other than a couple of random private schools, aren't requiring SAT or ACT scores. So we're taking that out. We're also not going to focus as much on community service hours. Technically, community service hours are still required this year because the Board of Education has not officially taken those off the table as a graduation requirement for our juniors. We're hoping they make that decision soon. They have made sure to not make it a requirement for graduation for the last two senior classes. And this senior class is likely to not have that graduation requirement either. They haven't made a decision about classes after this senior year. So we're not going to focus on it and worry about it at this time. We're very sure that it's going to be either not a graduation requirement or community service hours will be drastically reduced. So they shouldn't be an issue getting to graduation. But if you have more questions about that, please let me know. So that's what we're going to be working on. I want to let you know in advance about one thing we're going to do at the very end of the year. So around May, beginning of May, our students will have everything together for what schools they're interested in and why, their essays prepared, their resume prepared. And what we're going to do is every student is going to have a meeting with their parents and guardians and their counselor, not necessarily me, but their AVID long-term sub, and the AVID teacher that they're going to have as a senior. And each AVID student is going to give a presentation on what schools they want to go to and why, so that everyone's on the same page for senior year in the fall. So you're going to be hearing about that obviously closer to May. So expect that email to start coming out end of March, beginning of April, so we can start scheduling those meetings for students to give those presentations. It's a great time of year. We're always very proud of them, and getting to see them show us all their accomplishments is a really great time. So heads up about that. Okay, so grades. Classwork is going to be 40%, tutorial is 40%, 20% for notebook and organization. So notebook and organization takes a bit of the back seat, but it's still really important. Tutorial is over half of our class time. That's going to be very important. That tutorial is a big part of our grade. You should know that I'm making TRFs an in-class assignment, so students aren't expected to do them outside of class. I know they feel very relieved about that. So there's that. Classwork are a few other things. Most of them are going to be, again, working towards being ready to do college applications in the fall. All right, 50% minimum. This is new this year, and it's something that our building has decided to do. In looking at grading for equity, we have come to realize that 100-point classic grading scale really isn't equitable. So in my class, we're going to have a 50% minimum. What that means is a student can't get below 50% in my class. If you look at the grades right there, this is how the grade breakdown is going to be. It's very traditional. The A is still 90 to 100, B is 80 to 89.9. What we're expecting. But then an F is between 50 and 59.9%. The reason for that is we do want an even jump between each grade. We don't want Fs to be everything from 0 to 60 because that's a very large grade to try to overcome. So just letting you know, when you see things like 50%, it doesn't necessarily mean that the student has done the work. It just means that my bare minimum grade is going to be 50%. If you have questions about that, I'm more than happy to talk to you more about it. Okay. So I really appreciate you watching. I'm so looking forward to getting to know you and your student more. Please reach out to me at any time. Thank you so much. My email is right there. I look forward to speaking with you soon. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.